Good morning, traders. I'm sure you're curious what actually happens in my pro classes and how I actually trade. I release these trade plans and you get them, and sometimes the stocks do well, sometimes they don't. But how do I actually trade them? Well, you're going to find out in today's video. Enjoy.
Oh, good morning, John.
Morning. We are taking a look at the market. This one. Let's go. It's below $2. We have BHVN. BH. Okay, we have MF. Okay, MF, that's Miss Fresh. That's one of the
Okay,
ones we're looking at.
okay.
BHVN. And it's got to excuse me, my voice isn't where it should be. BHVN, MF, MBST, ENSV, and that one's looking good. AMPX, that one's also looking good. I was hoping to get that one around 1050, but it's already come up. And then, of course, we have DICE as well. In terms of the three best ones, AMPX, and I would say Miss Fresh, but Miss Fresh has gapped down a little too much. But that might be a good thing. So yeah, let's keep Miss Fresh on there.
Okay.
Now, if we were so AmpX, the biggest one. And we want that one to come above $11.07. We want AmpX to come above $11.07. You can draw your price line if you want. But you're going to pick up shares. If it holds that level, take profits at 11.50, 11.98, $12.29. And if it goes a little higher, we could even take profits at 13.32. But AMPX is the top one for today. AMPX.
Okay, so you take the first profit at 11.50, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and the second one is where again? Sorry about that. You were going a little bit too fast for me.
Yeah, no problem. It's $11.89. So 11.49 and 11.89.
Okay.
And then $12.35 is the next one. And then finally, if it gets past all that, we can take profits at 13.32 because that will mean it's the best case scenario.
Okay.
So we got about 1 minute. So NSEV, we want NSEV to basically hold $2. Yeah, and NSEV
Yeah, John, ENSV was my pick of the day too.
ENSV was what?
It's one that I'm picking that's gonna go up today.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I was checking it this morning. I was like, this one might go up this morning.
That's very good. I like that you're looking at the stocks, getting that practice in.
Yeah.
So I like ENSV especially because it has this support right here. So if it crosses $2.05, then we could invest in it and we could put a stop below 205, or we could even put it a little bit lower at 180. And then we have a pretty good profit target for that one.
Okay.
Market healthy. Stock at top of range. Stock at top of range.
So I kind of like
Stock at top of range.
ENSV right now.
Stock at
AMPX,
top of
AMPX
range.
already moved. You hope you got in already.
Sure. Probably not. Oh, no, I missed that one. Shoot.
It could. Let's see. It's still pushing up.
Oh,
Stock at bottom of range. Stock at top of range.
Say ENSV still looks pretty good.
oh my God. Is it still good to get in or not? No more.
AMPX, no.
No, I'm talking about ENSV.
ENSV, actually, yeah, if you can get in around 209, it wouldn't be the worst trade. It'd still be, pretty realistic.
Okay. Let me see.
BHVN almost coming to the buy point as well. Just some ones to look out for. Ooh, MVST felt bad. Oh, and NSEB, you missed NSEB.
Oh my gosh. Oh no.
You gotta stay alert, man. For
I
sure.
know.
Range.
And that was the one that I picked for today, but man, it looked like I'm always taking forever to get in.
Yeah, NSEB, you told me that. You told me that you picked NSEB for today, and I'm like, that's good. That's really good.
Because now it's moving.
Stock at bottom of range.
But you do gotta, keep your finger on the trigger. Just like
I know.
you're basically a stock soldier.
Oh man, believe me.
We kicked butt today though, really.
Oh yeah.
We had NSEV, which is hot. We had AMPX, which is hot. And we basically had the perfect buy-in point for all of them.
I know, and believe it or not, the buying point for ENSV I already put it at 205 this morning.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, let me see if I can get exact. I can kind of have an idea where it's gonna start from.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Just I regret it to get in.
You had it all figured
It's all
out.
right. Now I figured out, but it's all right. At least now I know. Then I can kind of have an idea about the market in the morning.
Yeah. 20. ENSV. Ooh, ENSV was a good one, man.
I know. Today was a good one, ENSV.
ENSV, yeah. Because we got a 12% move in the morning.
Yeah,
Stop at bottom of
Are you
range.
kidding me? 12% in the morning? That's money, my friend.
I know.
12% on 10K, that's $12,000 on a, no, that's on 100K, but on 10K, that's $1,200 already.
Wow.
Francis Millionaire Hansen
Yeah.
and JR too, and Lisa. We're all going to be millionaires, especially if you keep choosing these stocks, Hansen.
I know.
Stop at top of range.
Oh, BHVN just had a nice move to the upside. BHVN. Yeah, that was a good move right there. Might buy into that one. And I'm almost getting the profit target already, though. That's the problem. Oh, nice. AMPX is really performing as well.
Yeah, it's about to reach the second profit target.
Yes. Almost there. Say, yeah, this one. The BHVN.
Stop at top of range.
That one looks pretty hot right now. 1450. So AMPX, yeah, both AMPX and ENSV are both just like really strong. They're all holding. MF missed fresh. That one actually came up to the buy point at 185, and it came up to the sell target as well at 195. So those are both pretty good as well. Don't really like this actually. I'll probably close half my position on BHVN.
Stop at bottom of range.
It's not that it's total garbage. It's just it's very high volume on the selling. But what I do like is that oh, okay. Yeah, so what I do like is that it didn't really push below too hard, which is nice. Oh, we almost got to the second sell target on AMPX. So I'm going to start selling shares. Wow, it's a good day, my friends. It's a good day to make some money.
Stop at top of range.
Oh, my BHVN is taking off.
Oh,
We're going to go basically 3 for 3 today. Thanks. NSEV is strong but slowing down. I'm pretty sure this one's good, but pretty much done for at this point. So we'll see, but overall, I'm satisfied with where it's at. Sell my last BHVN here. AMPX looks like it's pushing above. Okay, it's pushing above the 1249. Okay. Pulling back. Now, one thing you should know as well is a stock can go up to a certain level, or should I say it can show a certain kind of
Stop at
weakness.
bottom of range.
It can show a stock can show a certain kind of weakness only to have that weakness reverse later in the day with strength. So let's say I see a big sell on AMPX, and I'm like, oh, that's a big sell. That looks really bad. Well, that would be fine so long as, well, it's not really bad yet. Because what can happen is, one, it holds the key level, so it just stays above $11, and so we're still sitting pretty. The other scenario is AMPX is a millionaire all of a sudden comes in and starts supporting AMPX. So now the dynamic has changed. Just like when we buy in, we can't necessarily expect the stock to stay strong the whole day, because somebody can start betting against it. When we sell out or think about selling out because of weakness in a stock, we can suddenly get some support out of nowhere. Like the stock that we're investing in can suddenly start going up like crazy. And so we want to prepare for that scenario as well. We want to give the stock a chance to recover, basically. So just a practical example with ENSV, it had a good move. We sold most of our position, and then it started a downtrend. It's actually in a downtrend right now, right? And whether that's a pullback or an actual downtrend, we'll figure out right now. But like even AMPX, right? It was in a downtrend for a while, and then it just came up to the profit target again. And then who knows? Maybe later today it'll go up to the third profit target. Right? We already got 10% on it. BHVN as well, super strong whole day. Right, with the 3 stocks that we chose and the 3 stocks that we traded, those were like, there's like 20 stocks that went down, and we traded the 3s that went up. And look at that, see, there's a strength coming into ENSV. That's why I said that, because the strength can return to a stock just because it has a moment of weakness. Look, BHVN just going to the absolute moon here. Investing in here was a good idea. Just because a stock shows a moment of weakness does not mean that it's done for and it's through, and that there's nothing left in the stock, no juice. There's can be juice left in the stock. We don't really know, not until we give it a chance we give it time, a chance to go where it's going to go. Look at this. We have AMPX now possibly crossing this into the third profit target. We've got to watch it carefully around here. Crosses down, I'm just going to close my position. If it crosses below 1188. But if it crosses up, that's just a chance for even more money, right? And this is the second time it came up here, so it's kind of decisive at this point. Other thing it can do is come up right here, right? It can come up and then kind of get sucked in right here, not come all the way down, and then come back up. So there's a few different things that can happen here. But in all of the scenarios, we make money. And if you remember, on Friday, things weren't perfect. Like literally, I lost money. Like I ended the day losing money, and I wasn't going to keep trading or like trying to get the money back. Instead, I accepted that we just like either I didn't choose the right stocks or it was just we just happened. It's not necessarily that we're going to be able to choose the right stocks every single time. But what we do need to do is trade them properly. So it doesn't matter if we have a good stock if we don't trade them correctly, right? We're just going to leave the money on the table and the stock is going to move without us. Same thing for the other side, though. If there's a bad stock, but we're good traders, then we're going to at least we're either going to not trade it and we're going to like not lose anything, which is the best case scenario. Or if we do get into it, we can at least control our risk, and we can control our risk to a point like on Friday where I lost like $20 instead of what could easily be a $200 loss. Easily could have been a $200 loss. And look, ENSV is still giving me money. So it's more about how good you are as a trader and less about how the market actually is. I mean, people are shocked to hear that we're making money in this market sometimes. Like, have you had any conversations with people about the market? Francis or JR?
Well, I talk to people. People don't really. People I'm around, they don't really know much about the stock market. So,
Oh, they don't know much.
yeah.
What about you, JR and Lisa?
Yeah, me too. I mean, the people that they're trying to learn it themselves too. I told them, come take your class, you know?
Yeah, you
But
probably
yeah,
know more than them.
yeah, I know. I mean, trying to, you know? But yeah, same thing. They just kind of, everybody's trying to learn it, you know, on their own.
Yeah. And how do you think that's working out for them?
I don't think it's working out. I mean, because they're not talking about it. So,
The stock market is one of the most difficult things. It took me 10 years to get a hold on this stuff. But you guys see it. It's crazy how much money you can make. I mean, this is Francis stock right here, up 12% already. And how much time has passed? It's like not even 30 minutes yet. So good pick, Francis.
Oh,
So
thank you.
that's a K right there. You know, even if you're just trading with 10K, that's a whole $1,000 you get in the first 30 minutes of the day. Okay, so guys, just giving you guys a scenario here. We had the stock pull back. It was that scenario we talked about where it didn't cross, but then it kind of got sucked in right here, and then it tried one more time. So given that it didn't hit the stop, but
Stop at bottom of range.
yeah, I'm gonna like close the position here because it didn't hit the stop, but it also, whoa, it also didn't cross the third time. Like when something doesn't cross the third time, that's when I start questioning it. So it kind of hit the stop right there, but it pulled back up really fast. So that could still be manipulation at work. So if it comes down again below 1180, I'll close the position. But if it breaks, if it tries one more time, then it's possible. No, I'm just going to close it all because the reason I'm going to close it all is because of this right here. Cross the level on very, very high volume, and then it got a rejection on very high volume. So that means that basically the banks are closing their position because we see here, the indicator that I gave you guys, there's a lot of red here. And at the same time as there being a lot of red, it failed to break this level. So something could always happen where, the banks come in and it comes back up, but that's enough of a sign of weakness to where I'll close my position. So we'll keep an eye on it just to see where it goes, but that's kind of where I'm at with the stock right now. And for NSEV, I'll set one final sell target at $12.45. And then I'll turn it into an OCO order. So you'll notice I go OCO, duplicate, stop. And then I'll just put this at $2 and 205 to 204. Yeah, 204 is fine. I'm willing to risk the 204 at this point because it's already gone a lot in our favor. And so I'm not trying to get every single penny. I've already sold most of my position. So I just give it a nice wide stop and also give it room to move up.
Stop at bottom of range.
Okay, QNRX here. HPCO. These are two stocks that I'm trading with a swing trade as well, which of course I'm telling you because you guys can trade them as well. But QNRX right now, we got a nice move of plus 5% yesterday. Right now, it's around $1.91. As long as it doesn't cross below that too much, I'm willing to buy more shares around here. Like I'll even buy more shares right now. Yeah, because it could potentially be, I don't know. That's a really big sell. Hold on, let me reevaluate this and see how fast it pulled above it.
We went back again.
Yeah, so that's a good sign. But at the same time, I didn't really want it to come below 190. That's kind of a structural weakness. Could go. We just got to give it more time because I can't say either way at this point. It's just a stock.
Stop at
Whoa.
top of range.
Yeah, as you can see, it's like a lot of potential in this stock. Just kind of awesome. If the banks are buying right here, that's what I expect. Like that's why I started swing trading this and building a position, and that's why I bought more shares right now. But obviously, we don't want it to keep going down too much. Otherwise, that could be a no-no. Now, the mindset's a little bit different between a swing trade and a day trade, guys. Especially for swing trades like this, where they're like beating down stocks. The mindset's very different. So the mindset that we have when we're trading these beaten down stocks is I want to get as low of a price as possible for them. So if you can get like if you can pay 190 instead of paying $2, then that's fine. Just obviously, again, as long as it's not in a downtrend. So if it's below our lower limit, our one which is 180, this is our lower limit on the stock is 180. If it goes below 180 and it stays there, then we have to re-examine the trade and say, hey, this thing probably isn't working. But as long as it stays between 160 and $2, then we want to get basically the shares. We want to buy the shares for as good of a price as possible. So we want to like when you go to the store, JR, it's like getting it on sale when you get it cheaper. And that offers you 2 layers of protection.
So John, you think it's at the price level where we should buy more since we're taking a swing trade on this one?
Yes, actually. Yes, I actually think this is a pretty good spot to buy more shares, just as long as, again, it's not in like a perpetual downtrend. And it does look like there's support coming in here. So yeah, I mean, I would buy more. I'll buy more. I don't see any reason why not, because the downside risk again is lower, right? It's if we get this here and then we have a stop at 180, if we're buying here, then the downside risk is low. Like we'll only lose from here to here if it goes down and hits the stop. If we were to buy in the middle of the range or at the top of the range, then we have from here to here to lose, or from here to here, and that's like a pretty substantial loss. But if we buy here, then hey, even if it doesn't pop off and go to the moon, at least we can sell some like right here for a small profit. So it basically creates a win-win situation for us. And so that's why I like QNRX and HPCO, and I like to get as good of a price as possible when I trade them. Like right now. The really important thing though when doing these swing trades, guys, is we don't want to build our whole position at once. So we don't want to, like, if we plan to buy 1,000 shares, we don't want to buy just 1,000 shares the second it comes down to 190. I'm gonna go like, okay, I'm gonna buy 1,000 shares. That's it. With the swing trades, these long-term swing trades, like Neuro, remember Neuro?
Yeah.
For a long time, Neuro was like right here and it was ranging. We wanted to get as good of a price as possible for it, right? So like, yeah, sure, I'm zoomed to the right place. Okay. So we want to get as good of a price as possible for it, right? Because it's a swing trade. So buying around the 190 to $2 level was a good idea. And then we can always sell shares for, I say a small profit. This is actually a substantial profit. Selling from 190 to 220 is 10%. So every time we invest at 190 and we sell at 220, we're getting 10%. So literally by repeating that, we could have gotten 10% 3 times. We actually had 3 opportunities, because if we see here, one time, that's 10%, and then we could buy more here, and then again up to 220, that's 10%, and then here, low again, and then 10% again. So we could have gotten 10% 3 times. That's 30% in total. That's $3,000 on a 10K position. So you can get $1,000 each trade. So that's significant, right? That is significant money. It's not like it's small money just because it's moving within the range and it's not breaking out. Like what I was hoping with this one, okay, not hoping, but what I wanted to happen was for it to break the 220 and go to 230, 250, and even come up to $3. Like literally get 50% on it. Obviously, that doesn't happen every time, but it was what I had in mind when I started trading it. Oh, look at this, guys. QNRX already came up to, I already got a small profit on it just by buying shares at the bottom of the range and then selling a little bit right here. I didn't sell my whole position, of course not, because it still has a lot more room to move to the upside. And if it breaks out to the upside, we can get 15, 30% on this trade. But point is, going back to Neuro, we don't have to get all of our money all at once. And a stock can actually offer us multiple trades, especially for these swing trades that are fairly safe. Okay, when I recommend a swing trade, it's normally fairly safe. just because it's near the bottom of its range already. So even if it falls, right, if it falls from $2 to 190 or 188, then we don't lose that much on it. And if we follow the protocol
Stop at bottom of range.
where we invest very low and then we sell at the top of the range, at least some of our position, right? Maybe hold on to some just in case it goes parabolic and it just, goes. When I say goes parabolic, that basically means it breaks out to the upside and doubles our money, like what happens with BIAF. BIAF, Bioaffinity, that's the one where we invested in it, and then the next day it was double. So that could happen. Okay. So we want to keep some shares for that possibility, but we overall want to sell shares at the top of the range because that's basically instant profits on our swing trade. And we'll be able to make money while we're waiting for the possible break to the upside. And again, with the swing trades, we want to get as good of a price as possible, so long as it doesn't break down. So like I would consider this right here, where it goes below this level, a breakdown. So we'd have to sell all of our shares there. But again, that's not so bad, right? Think about it. You invest right here, and then it breaks down right here. It's only a few pennies, right? We're not losing all of our money on the trade. Not even close. So again, it comes down to how good of a trader you are. It doesn't really matter too much what the market is doing. Market will always throw you a curveball once in a while. But if you really know what you're doing when you place your trades and you apply what you learn in this class, not only will your losses be fairly small, but there will be infinite opportunities for you, and you see them, to make profit. This was Neuro, and another reason why I'm showing you guys Neuro is because we're having a similar situation with QNRX and HPCO, where so long as it stays within the range here of the 214 to 189 for HPCO, and the range for QNRX of 211 to 180, then we can build our position near the bottom of the range, sell some shares at the top of the range. Okay, this is how to trade the swing trades. Buy around this level, around the 180 where it's at right now, and then sell some around the $2.10 to 208, 207. So if it comes back up here later in the day, you could sell some shares. And then if it breaks down, meaning it just downtrends, okay, it goes below 180, then we close our position for a small loss. And it's going to be a small loss because we bought shares at 190, right? That's not so bad. Like if we buy shares at 190 and even like 185, then the stock coming to 179 or 178 is not going to affect us that much. This is how to do the swing trades. And I just want to touch on today's lesson. $236. So ENSV still looks pretty good. So I'll create an alert for it. So just because I've accepted the stop loss doesn't mean that I'm necessarily going to just leave the trade unmonitored, because the trade can show me certain patterns that really do just show that it's so weak that it would be better for us to close it out and just take profits on it. Now that's not happening yet. In fact, it still looks strong, but I'm setting an alert so that when it comes to this upper level right here, they can we can say, all right, this is a good trade. We should hold on to it. We should try to make more money from it. Or this trade is pretty much done for. Let's go have a drink. So I'm going to watch it as it reaches this critical point right here. Then let me make sure I'm touching on today's lesson as well. I just want to congratulate you guys for coming to class. The students who are just sleeping right now, and I get it. It's very human
Stop at top of range.
to want to sleep in. But all the opportunities, the best opportunities are at this time. So it's a good idea to be up at this time and make your six-figure income before the day even starts. So thank you guys for getting up. So we did get a nice move on ENSV. So right now,
Stop at bottom of range.
right, consider this. On ENSV, we're already up over 16%, almost 17%. So already 1,700 profits on 10K. That's just 10K, right? If you're trading with 20K, that would be over $3,400. So we want to see how it reacts to this price level. Oh, nice. So it is pushing up so far. 240. Yep, go ahead and close somewhere around 240. Then I'll finish. I'll close out the rest of the position if it goes to like 247, because to me that's enough movement in one day. Suppose it could go more parabolic, but I'm using certain standards in order to determine where we should take profits. So this would be about enough for me. It's where the banks will most likely start closing their position. It's at 243 now. So right here, I'm going to sell the last of my shares. Probably going to get some kind of climatic event. So we are officially at plus 20%. So that's the 2K profit on 10K. Good job, Francis. Francis put this on his watch list for today. And Lisa, if you just keep doing that, right? It's like Francis put this on his watch list. He did the stock research. You're good at stock research, so it's a good idea for you to do that as well. And plus, I could always ask you about what stocks you're looking at. Maybe we'll find some winners. Yeah, 21% increase. Well, we chose it. That was a top gainer. If you look at the overall market, the market is not red today. It's not red, but it's up 0.25%, which is chicken scratch, really. That's nothing. Oh, okay. Sorry to hear that. Yeah. Get well soon. We need your brain. One thing though I will say is do not trade when you're sick or when you're tired, especially day trade. It requires your full attention, and you can make infinite amounts of money in very short periods of time, but you can also lose money if you're not present and you're not at the top of where you should be. That was my mistake last week. On Wednesday, I know I'm a good trader. I know the stuff, and so I got a little honestly arrogant, and I traded even though I knew that I was tired, that I was like operating on 3 hours of sleep. And so I made mistakes that I wouldn't normally make that cut into my profits. So I'm telling you guys that solely so you don't make the same mistakes. When you're tired, you're not at the top of your game, it's okay to take a break. I would say still watch the market, but we don't always need to be trading with big money. We trade with big money when we're well and we're strong. So thank you for coming to class again. It's like consistency, like being consistent and coming and learning and practicing is going to mean everything to your success. So keep it up. You guys want to day trade live, side by side with me, John Coda, your day trading coach? Well, if you do, go ahead and reach out to me on the Discord link down below, and you can actually join me and my students and day trade live in the market where we take winning trades every single day.